Is it go? Oh, it is going. So hi, I'm Chris Caffrey, and this is Carrie Gerdes, and I'm going to put together a little documentary here, maybe every 2 weeks, an update on YouTube for rehearsals for Save Me a Place at Forest Lawn by Lori's Yerby. And just to give you a little bit of insight what goes on behind the stage, this is our very first reading. We've never gone through this before together. We just got this script maybe about a week or two ago, and so this would be what it's like on our first reading. Don't expect a lot. We're going to stop a lot. We're going to talk about it, and hope you enjoy it. So sit back for the next 10 minutes and enjoy the first reading of Save Me a Place at Forest Lawn, coming to you in February 2017. So, do you want to start? I don't...
You start. You have the first
Yes.
line.
Okay, we're off to a good start here. I do have the first line. Imagine that. We did talk, about voices. I wasn't going to do a voice.
Okay.
In fact, I'm going to shut the door here because there's a lot of traffic here. Entertain the mass while I shut the door.
So Chris will be reading the part of Clara, and I will be reading Gertrude.
And they're two old ladies. They've been friends for a long time. So we talked about doing voices, but I don't think doing a voice, I don't think we should start out with that. I think it might sound too fake. Oh. So here we go. Save Me a Place at Forest Lawn. The opening scene. Two ancient ladies, well, we're not exactly ancient. We shuffle on stage, each with a loaded tray of food. My favorite. Well, where shall we sit, Gertrude? I chose yesterday.
Let's see. How about this one? Is this all right?
Oh, seems all right.
No, I think there's a draft here. How about this one?
Well, they didn't wipe it yet.
There's really not much choice.
You can have an extra turn tomorrow, Gertrude.
No, that wouldn't be fair.
The stew's getting cold, Gertrude.
I'm only trying to decide what's best for us, Clara.
The stew is what's best for us.
This doesn't count, remember?
Of course I remember.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Better to go now than be interrupted later.
I'll hold your seat for you.
Ugh, I hate public toilets.
Nothing's good that's free, Gertrude.
What's the matter?
Nothing. I just don't know where to put the trays. Do you see the cart?
No, my dear, but you'd better put them down someplace. Our food's getting cold.
I'll put them over here. When the girl comes, I'll tell her I couldn't find the cart. Did you bring the napkins? How's yours, Gertrude?
Stupid new girl. Let the gravy run right into my string beans.
I'd take it back if I were you.
No, I said to myself the last time they gave me the wrong thing, never again would I say a word. It's just not worth getting upset about, Clara. Life is too short.
But still, the wrong should be corrected. If the girl isn't corrected now, she'll just keep making the same mistake over and over and over. Actually, you'd be doing her a favor.
Here, see? See? It's not just a drop I'm talking about. There's so much gravy there, my string beans float.
Oh, it's ridiculous to let them get away with that. Take it back. Show them. You won't have to say a word. They can see for themselves the wrong they've done. But what they've done wrong.
But suppose I say I've asked for gravy on my string beans.
Tell them you didn't, of course.
But maybe she asked me while you were talking in line. Maybe she said, would you like gravy on your string beans? And maybe I smiled at her while I was nodding at you.
Well, you ought to know by now you can't do two things at once.
I wasn't doing anything. You and she were the ones doing things. All I did was smile and nod.
Well, you shouldn't smile and nod to something you don't want.
I was only trying to please. I don't like to talk in lines anyway. You do. I like to be quiet and look at the food. But you're always trying to tell me something. Sometimes I hardly know what I've ordered until it's in my mouth. And I haven't complained, have I?
Let's forget about it, Gertrude. People are watching us. They'll think we're senile. Let's talk about something pleasant that'll help us digest.
All right. What's pleasant?
Almost everything except your string beans. Come now, look around you. Forget yourself, Gertrude.
I'm trying.
All right. It's a beautiful day, don't you think?
Well, if you like noise and crowds and revolving doors, if you like steamy young girls slopping your gravy, if you like sassy, if you like sassy cashiers, try saying that 3 times with a mouthful of string beans. If you like sassy cashiers and slippery tables, if
you persist with your complaints, I'll move to another table, I swear.
Well, if you want something pleasant, then let's have silence.
Humph. What's a humph, by the way? Snort, snort, humph, humph. If it's silence you want, you'll be getting it permanently soon enough, my dear.
Now you've done it. I'm so upset I can't eat another bite.
Now what have I said? Surely at our age we can talk about.
My doctor said I could live to be 100 if I wanted.
I'm sure you will, Gertrude. You'll outlast all of us.
Oh, God! I'd hate to be last.
Shh! Do you want everyone to hear us? What would God think of that kind of talk? It's up to him, not us. Eat your stew. Eat your stew, Gertrude. Eat your stew, Gertrude. He'll take you when he's good and ready.
But supposing he forgets about me and just leaves me here, on and on and on.
He wouldn't do that. He's responsible for us here, and he's responsible for getting us off.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not the other way around.
What are you saying, Gertrude?
I'm saying I hope we're not responsible for putting him here and getting him off.
There's no time to doubt, Gertrude. If you had any questions, you should have raised your hand years ago.
I guess I thought that when I grew up,
You mean got old?
I'd be happy to believe anything.
If I were you, I'd place my bet on him to win.
It may be safer that way, but oh, I hate to think it's all been just a donkey race.
Donkeys are too stubborn to race, Gertrude.
I can afford to be a donkey now. But what kind of race was it then? Ah, a greyhound race. That's what it reminds me of. The kind that keeps the wooden rabbit just ahead of the dogs. And then at the finishing line, they take it away.
Who?
I saw a greyhound race once. Ah, Clara, it was awful for the poor gray things. They didn't know where it went.
Gosh, dogs love to run.
No, they don't. And now the race is over, and I can't find the wooden rabbit. And the judges forgot to give me a prize.
Oh, my Gertrude, forget I ever mentioned it.
Forgive me, Clara. I know I shouldn't. Still, be so terrified. I thought I would be tired by now. I thought I would be all ready by now. Bags packed, letters burned, a nice new dress with full seams, a new corset, a manicure, a little rouge, not much, but oh, Clara, I'm not tired enough, not sick enough, not old enough.
Oh, my dear sweet friend, people are watching us, but I don't care. Everyone's terrified, really. We're all children about things that go bump in the night. But somehow we overcome most of our fears, at least enough to keep moving.
Yes, I want to keep moving, ahead.
No, that's more like it. Let's keep our head up and chest out.
I'm not up to marching, Clara.
Be grand right up to the end, and then... You like surprises, don't you, Gertrude?
Yes. What surprises?
You know.
No, I don't. Ooh. Oh! That. Oh, that. That's no surprise.
Of course it is. What is a surprise anyways? It's something you know nothing about, right?
Maybe.
So, my dear, your surprise package is waiting.
I don't want to open it.
You don't have to, Gertrude. It opens itself, like a jack-in-the-box.
Oh, those awful things. Scaring people like that. No, I want a nice, quiet surprise. Like a doll.
Yes, something to clutch. That'd be nice.
White porcelain with blue eyes and black lashes. Something breakable.
Oh, yes.
Then it'd be a nice present, and I wouldn't know when it was coming. But we could plan for it. Have you made plans, Clara?
Yes, but no more so than I'd buy a ticket for a good seat at the theater. I've arranged for a place at Forest Lawn.
You make it sound almost glamorous. It's strange to consider something I've always known that's going to happen as a surprise, though.
It adds to this oh, it adds to the suspense, my dear. Keep your lifeline taut, and yet still allow for a little room for plans. Have you made yours?
I thought, I want to be cremated.
Oh, don't be old-fashioned.
Who's old-fashioned? I'm thinking of space. The world hardly has room for the live ones, let alone the dead. My goodness, Clara, have you no consideration for others?
I did, but if old age affords anything, it's thinking of oneself. Besides, we owe it to the ones we left behind. If they can't see heaven, at least they can see some green grass and flowers, a day in the country.
I don't want to fertilize the countryside for Sunday drivers.
Bosh! What do you want to be burned? Who do you think you are, Joan of Arc? People will think you had the plot back. People will think you had the